Parashakti.
Hello, Joanna. So many blessings.
I love saying your name.
Oh, thank you.
Parashakti.
Mhm.
Let's gently look out and see who's arriving. Welcome back to the field, back to the Conscious Dance Conference. So I have frankincense in my room and you have sage in yours.
Exactly. What a beautiful combo. I hope that everyone can energetically receive and feel it.
Gently, gently. Parashakti. I'm going to introduce you now with great pleasure. You can turn down the music as everyone gently settles into their place to hear your words of wisdom. Parashakti is the founder of Dance Liberation, a method of movement therapy and deep process work that draws on shamanic traditions to help individuals achieve emotional, cognitive, physical, and spiritual integration. She has more than 2 decades of experience facilitating workshops, trainings, and retreats of Dance of Liberation in Los Angeles, where we're meeting you now, New York, Guatemala, Indonesia, Israel, and Greece. It's interesting, when I see Indonesia, I think of Kecak, such a powerful dance. You teach in places where dance is so important, and working on both an individual and group basis. Parashakti has successfully adapted the teachings of Dance of Liberation as a modality for recovery from addiction, PTSD, and disordered eating. Thank you for being of service to humanity on this individual basis and collective. And I'd like to invite us to look at the larger picture of what's going on in the world right now. We're in such a sensitive and delicate time. It's the pandemic, but it's so much more. As you come out with your teachings into these different cultures, I just wonder, how do you feel and how do you see the ally, the friend that embodied movement is in our evolutionary process, but also what it is at this particular moment in time?
Wow, so powerful. So what I experience myself, Joanna, and what I get to witness over and over and over again is that when we come to the dance floor, it's an invitation to write, to dance a new story. And it is our birthright to be able to find that authenticity and that stabilization of being able to step into the new, to birth the new each and every time we go through the collective death and rebirth. And for me, because I work at an actual retreat center right now in Costa Rica that has been open for 7 months, and have got to witness over 2,000 people go through this embodiment of transformation. In these times, I see that it is possible when you show up, and even more than just showing up, when you start to move through the trauma and through the pain and through these times that allow us to initiate our new, basically our new selves each and every time we show up.
How has your work changed over the years? I mean, you've been working this particular form of bringing dance as a shamanic practice to different cultures for a long time.
Yes. Well, I do feel actually that there is a deeper a deeper yearning, or as they call it in the Native American tradition, a deeper cry of the soul. Yes, all these years it's been transformative and powerful, and yet there's something now that it's almost a feeling of it's either now or never. Like there's in a powerful way, there's a desperation to be the change, to make the change, to plant those seeds of change, and to do it in a collective way rather than just you know, in like on a personal level. Like it really feels like there's a shakeup right now, which is this new rhythm, which creates a new sense of music of the soul to be expressed in the world right now.
Hmm. Do I hear from you that perhaps we've been talking about this time that was coming and now we're in it?
Yes. Absolutely. And I feel that the tools that we get to receive on the dance floor are even more potent because our vessels are even more hollow to receive the voice, the guidance of spirit when we surrender to the dance.
It's heightened now.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
our embodiment practices are more important than ever.
yes. Yes. And
Have
I
you?
could just also share with you that, for example, I'm dealing right now with a chronic lower back pain, and I've always had dance injuries. And yet, right now, because of what's happening on a collective level, for me, as I step onto the dance floor and I'm facilitating, I am able to have a deeper listening. I feel that was there, although, as you said, it's a higher vibrational kind of hearing, and so I'm receiving more tools on how to become my own medicine doctor. So it's very potent and very powerful time.
And many more teachers have been able to offer. And so everyone has a larger toolbox.
Exactly.
And it's how we bring
Exactly.
it together on our dance floor.
Yes. And this is why this conference is so beautiful, because now that we can all, you know, once again, as we did in the past in One Dance Tribe, to gather and bring our own toolboxes and then collectively offer them, we're birthing something new.
Well, we, I just wondered, did you see Dr. Sue's work?
I didn't. No, I missed that. Yeah.
Well, you're going to give us an embodiment process that
Yes.
is particularly yours.
Mm.
But she has some very interesting. I invite you to look at the interview. It's
Yes.
powerful.
Yes, I'm sure.
She talks about points in our bodies that we pay attention to, and our central channel of breathing. I'm sure you're going to bring all of this in.
Yes.
But I invite everyone who visited with Dr. Sue. I'm definitely going to employ the little secrets that she shared with us and see how they work in your particular offering.
Beautiful.
But what can you tell us about what you're going to do with us today?
Yes. So for those who are new to dancing together, my main, I'll say I've been in a laboratory with it for many, many, many years, is we're going to actually use the blindfold in order to go into a deeper quest. And really, even though we're going on our own personal quest and we're not going to be dancing with each other and watching each other, I'm actually going to ask you all to shut your camera so that you really have your own personal experience.
Want people to get something to blindfold themselves
Yeah,
with?
so we'll leave a little bit of time. I'm going to put a little body of music that will allow them to go and set up and prepare. So yes, and Pierre Paulo mentioned it in the last journey with Maydeen and Leo to bring a blindfold. So I know that a lot of people do have it. So with this incredible tool of utilizing a blindfold, what really happens is on a collective level, we are deepening into a field, a current, I like to call it, that unites us even though we can't see each other. And that's where I get really passionate about. That's where I really love to explore the dance, the collective dance, because we're actually not alone. We're surrounded by our allies and our medicine keepers and our ancestors. And if we call them in through our dance, then we can be more embodied and know that we are not alone when we're going to be dancing alone. So this is in kind of like a nutshell, the deeper dive of the vision quest that we're going to be going into through utilizing dance of liberation.
You know, as I hear you speak, I'm thinking of how in many ways we've been blindfolded and so many things have happened in our world.
Yes,
And hopefully we're taking that blindfold off
yes,
and seeing more and relating fully with the changes happening in the world,
yes,
being
yes,
alive to it.
yes,
In the delicate state that the world is in, we're going through a lot of evolutionary tipping points and changes. Some of them are really clunky. Some of them are highly beautiful, elegant.
yes,
Uh, I just want to hear your perspective a little bit further
yes,
on, as a teacher in the forefront of working with the body, transformation, difficulties that people are going through. What do you see? What would you like for people to understand about the moment that we're in?
yes. So again, just going back to the teachings of the blindfold, is it's all about really seeing what your truth is. And yes, we've been blinded. And if we can start tuning in to the truth of what is true to me, to you, I feel that's where the seeds of change can be planted and allow us to unite on a deeper level to what the truth of the world is. If we don't know what our truth is, again, if we don't listen to the cry of our soul, then it's very hard. We'll just kind of like go this way and that way and listen to everything that's outside of us. And so this invitation today, as we embark on this journey together, is to go into that deeper essence of listening. And so there won't be any guidance in this journey, because my invitation for everybody is to step into a silent space with the medicine of the music and the medicine of the intention that you're going into this dance, and collectively what we have been dancing for in these seeds of change, and really unite with what the truth is that is inside your soul and your heart. And that has a loud voice and a clear soul map and a compass that will then bring you forward in order to plant new seeds.
The new stories of our time.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Mm.
May we be dancing into a good story for all of us.
Yes. Aho.
All right. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
I think I'm ready to start your experience.
Okay, beautiful. So what I'm going to do is, for those who are not ready with the blindfold, and also even just starting to prepare your space, I'm going to put on a track so that we can take a little bit of time just to prepare. I'm going to ask you to bring a blindfold. It can be anything that can just, cover your eyes, a shawl if you don't have, a bandana or something. And I'm also going to ask you to bring some sort of power object that you can put next to you. And this power object we're going to infuse with the collective intention at the end of our dance, so that when we branch out and re-meet on the cosmic dance floor, you'll have something that will unite all of us from this beautiful journey that we took together. So it's a song of gratitude. It's a song of giving thanks. And I specifically want just to honor, because, music is our medicine. So it's Karen Drucker, and I love her dearly. I use this track every week at Rhythmia Life Advancement Center in Costa Rica, when I'm there teaching. And so I'm going to put on this track for you, just to kind of get yourself ready if you don't have those beautiful sacred objects. And then we'll just come back here and just I'll put this on for about a minute. Okay, so go get your space ready, everybody, and we'll see you in 1 minute.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take your blindfold, and before we actually shut off our cameras, I won't shut my camera off, just so that if we have anybody that comes in a little bit late, that they could see that what we're doing. So for now, I invite you to take your blindfold and to take this moment in time to close your eyes and to ground in through the soles of your feet, to feel, to connect with the heartbeat of the mother, and standing tall like the tree people, and knowing that as we root down into this cosmic dance floor, we are interconnected with each other. And we honor each and everyone's prayer here. And although silent, when we put this blindfold on, we will be connecting our prayers in motion. And so what are you praying for? How can this prayer that you are dancing for across the seas, or anyone that's in the city of angels right next door to me, how can this prayer be seeds of change for you and for the world? And when you feel like you have that intention solidified in your heart, you're going to go over on a logistic level to the camera, and you're going to shut your camera off, and you're going to put the blindfold on, and then the music is going to guide you. This experience is going to be about 25 minutes. So really allow yourself to go into the breath of this intention, and allow the breath to become the spirit that guides you, knowing that your heart is dancing a new dance. As we said, Joanna and I, writing a new story. And so go ahead. I see already people shutting their cameras off. Thank you for honoring that. Put your blindfold on. Solidify your prayer.
I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, grow and teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, give birth, give life, mothers, give birth, give life. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, teach them, be wise, mothers, teach them, be wise. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She say, wake up, child, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. I hear the voice of my grandmother's calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother's song. She says, stand in your power, women, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my heart. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Pray within me, pray within me, pray within me. Hey, you wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, na, ne. I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my heart. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, me. Pray within me, pray within me, pray within me. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, 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 wanna, hey, Anna, hey, oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth, oh, Mother Earth. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, me. Teach me to walk, teach me to walk, walk in your way. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, Father Sky, oh, Father Sky, oh, Father Sky. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Teach me to fly, teach me to fly, fly in your way. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, brother sun, oh, brother sun, oh, brother sun. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Shine on your light, shine on your light, shine on my way. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Oh, sister moon, oh, sister moon, oh, sister moon. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Lighten my dreams, lighten my night, the night of my soul. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Hey, wanna, hey, Anna, hey, ne, hey, Anna, hey, ne. Hey, ah, hey, ah, oh. Hey, 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 ah. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, shines and their heart sings. All becomes love, all becomes love, all becomes love. Hey, wana, hey, na, hey, nay. When we are one, when we are one, one with the love, one with the love, one with the love.
We are preparing now for our final and last prayer, in which we're going to be planting these new seeds. So take this last journey and imagine that you are planting them into the mother, into the earth.
Pray
your soul.
And I invite us all to take a beautiful, nice, deep breath in together, inhaling in through the nose, holding that breath, and exhaling through the mouth, a nice big sigh. Ha. And again, inhaling in through the nose, knowing that breath connects us all, holding the breath, and the exhale unites us all again and again. Ha. And one last time, deep, deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling out. Ah. And I invite you at your own time and pace. Make this the slowest expression, commitment of returning home to take your blindfold off. And just feel what it is to be either laying on the floor or standing and connected. They say that who we are when we started to dance in this way is not the same when we bring it to our last breath in order to inhale again and exhale again. And so welcome home, welcome back. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and show us your beautiful, beautiful faces. And as we enter back into this field together, united ever so even stronger, I invite you to take the power objects. And if you don't have a power object that you brought, you can go ahead and just hold this precious heart of yours, because that is a precious power object. Now I'm going to hold this beautiful eagle talking stick that has been held in many, 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 many ceremonies. Quite a few dancers that are here have held this talking stick. And this is the voice of our truth. So the power object that you are now holding is even more now connected to a higher vibrational field of what you just danced for in your life, what we collectively are dancing for. And so we're going to infuse this beautiful power object with the breath, the continuous breath of life, because breath is the physical form of spirit. So I invite you to tune in to the seeds that you just planted, that you continue to plant, because you've been planting them for the last 48 hours. And I invite you to blow it into your power object 3 times. So let's do that together. Inhaling. And feel the connection to yourself, to this power object. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and place it back into its sacred place, knowing that it is collectively now blessed with this dance. So, welcome home, everybody. Welcome home.
Here you have us dancing into our new stories. I always like to know what someone feels after a dance. I felt like we were dancing our new stories into the larger evolutionary cycle. Of course, I feel that way from being in the conference. But what did you feel?
Is it this me you're asking, or are we having someone?
Everyone, but you in particular.
Oh, wow. Okay, me first. Okay. So for me, always it's a weaving of a new web. And as I shared, I feel so deeply connected when I put the blindfold on, even though we're all in some way strangers, we're one big soul family. So I could feel the collective prayers. And when I started feeling the collective prayers, even though I didn't need to know what they were officially, what people were praying for, I started dancing with those prayers and just the kind of like flowing with them and feeling just this abundance amount of what we call the field of plenty, that we have it all here when we come together in community. And it filled me with joy and it filled me with celebration. And there were moments that I danced with my physical chronic back pain, and that was a great teacher. And I just want to thank everyone for collectively sharing this dance of liberation. Thank you.
There are so many beautiful questions or comments. This dancing our new stories into our evolutionary cycle here.
I want to acknowledge Ira Altman. He's been to many of our One Dance Tribe journeys, and also to Rhythmia Life Advancement Center, where I currently am a resident of in Costa Rica. And he says, once again, you've changed my life, the dude. Thank you. I love you, Ira. Eagle brother you are. Thank you for your drumming and the medicine that you bring to our dances. Good to have you here. So what I see is every time we show up, and no matter who is facilitating with the theme, the collective theme that we're all working with, we're continuously doing the work to seed even deeper that which you're praying for, and also what the collective prayer is. So that's where I see us like weaving this web so beautifully. And what you shared is exactly in alignment in regards to honoring Maydeen and Leheo, because the song that I actually was dedicating to them, to the energy that they bring to our conference, is I Hear the Voice of Our Grandmother's Calling. And I really feel that energy of their voices coming through the ancient lineage that they bring. And so that actual medicine track was to honor them. So that's an example of like the continuation of weaving all of our voices into the dance of life, planting the seeds, and then allowing them to grow each and every time we show up to these collective journeys.
I was looking at messages that were being sent to me. So many people are asking about the music. They would like to continue to have this music to do their own ritual with.
Absolutely. So I'm happy to send this playlist to Agatha, and maybe she can actually, put it into the chat after we finish. Specifically, I'm very, very much into music that is organically made and produced by dear friends of mine. So again a big shout out to Shefi Orenbach, who's my Israeli soul sister, and she's the one that sang the grandmother song. And of course, Karen Drucker with the thank you song. And then some of the other ones were dear friends of mine. So I'll put it into the chat. I'll send it to Agatha and she'll probably post.
Beautiful. Yes, I think that would be really helpful. And the part of this conference is about bringing forward people who might not be that well known.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those that are very well known and those that are less known, because we all have so many gifts. And there's so much music out there that is more homegrown and more close to us. And to share that is a really good thing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anything else that needs to be spoken?
I was always the one, because I started out as a professional dancer, and I was always the one that couldn't get the steps, diagnosed with every learning disability possible. And where I excelled from the age of 4 when I started dancing is really allowing the music to dance me. And so that's really how I developed Dance of Liberation with the great teachers that came along and were wing to wing with me, that taught me these ways. Really what the invitation with this work is to be embodied and not to come from here, to come from being an empty vessel, a hollow bone, like I spoke at the beginning, and being able for spirit, for your intention to dance you. So when that starts to work through you, then it's a whole different movement, because you're not coming from trying to even choreograph something. You're coming from being choreographed by something that is higher, creator, spirit, source, whatever you connect to. And so for me, I feel instantaneously, when even I just close my eyes, I feel the presence of something that is working through me, that is guiding me, and I trust it completely. And then when I open my eyes, I'm back here. So I feel so much more comfortable with exploring the essence of spirit and the essence of dance with the seclusion of the blindfold and darkness. In that theme of sharing, it is, once we dance in this way, our lives are forever changed. So on that note, I think it's about time to start bringing this to our beautiful closing. And Joanna, I want to thank you for holding this immense, big platform for all of us to be able to unite again and again, and to write new stories and come home and embrace the new. So thank you.
Dance these new stories into our evolutionary cycle, huh? Really wonderful to dance with you. Thank you very, very much, all of you. Thank you very much for being part of this.
Thank you, everybody.